10 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Dan Hagan. When the pandemic shut down stores and other businesses, people were forced to slow down and reevaluate their life. About the same time, a community garden boomed in Rhinelander. The garden's manager says that's not a coincidence. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson has more.
It's safe to say Mike Hazel has a green thumb.
I've got a garden at home.
Hazel has just about anything you can imagine in his plot.
Beans, squash, tomatoes, peppers, ground cherries, onions, beets, carrots, lettuce.
But for Hazel, maintaining a garden doesn't just require taking care of plants. It's taking care of other people and their gardens.
We're planting a nibble garden, so as gardeners come and go, they can grab something to nibble on. And we're reorganizing our sheds to make room for a new lawnmower that we just got donated.
Hazel and a handful of volunteers cleaned up the Northwoods Community Garden this past weekend. The garden was created in 2020. Hazel says the mission has always been to not only grow food, but grow the number of gardeners.
Yeah, the garden did very well last year, and we added 14 more garden beds because there's enough demand, and we've rented all those out this year also.
Hazel says people are becoming more conscious about what they eat. He also says with supply chain disruptions, people turn to self-sustainable practices.
You keep hearing more and more stories about what's in your food and what you don't know is actually in your food. So there's lots of reasons to grow your own, to get better tasting food that's healthier. I think the pandemic helped bring more people to get interested in it.
Hazel says growing your own food provides satisfaction and a way to know what's really on your plate. To Hazel, teaching others about gardening is part of the fun at Northwoods Community Garden.
Our goal here in general is to grow gardeners, to have local people learn how to garden and start to grow their own food.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Rhinelander, I'm Morgan Johnson.
The Northwoods Community Garden is at Nicollet College in Rhinelander. It is offering a variety of classes this summer revolving around gardening, art, and permaculture. Visit the Northwoods Community Garden website for more information. Now let's head over to our weather center where Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller is standing by. Jeff, it feels kind of swampy out there. It's really humid.
Yeah, 96 in Wausau today for a high temperature. Record highs across central Wisconsin, low to mid 80s across far northern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, though, a different story as the narrative now changes from record heat over to potentially some severe weather tomorrow. Outside right now, here we are at 10 o'clock at night. It's still 84 in Merrill, 81 for Mosinee, 79 for Rhinelander. It's still warm and muggy out there, and it's not just the heat, also humidity, dew points. Oh, the dew points are hanging out in the 70s right now. That's Key West tropical air combined with temperatures near 80. All right, so here we go. Now the attention turns toward the severe weather threat tomorrow, and it's now looking more and more likely we'll get severe weather in here tomorrow. Right now, we're all good, but we'll get some storms in here overnight tonight. And then the main event kind of swings through tomorrow midday, likely around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the peak of daytime heating. Those storms could be strong to locally severe. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and just muggy out there with low temperatures down near 70. Your full forecast is coming up, Dan.
A child and 2 men went missing in drainage tunnels in Milwaukee. Crews continued their search today to find the victims. This evening, one body was found. According to police, witnesses say a 10-year-old child slipped into a drainage ditch leading to the Kinnickinnick River. The boy's father and neighbor entered the river in an attempt to rescue the child. Police say the heavy rain and water swept all 3 away. Then just a few hours ago, first responders found the body of the 10-year-old. No sign of the adults' bodies. Wisconsinites are cleaning up after severe storms barreled through Dane County yesterday. The storms ripped roofs off buildings and knocked down massive trees, sending some toppling onto homes and blocking roads. A fire department spokesperson said roofs were torn off 3 buildings in Madison.
There's a lot of damage that's, roofs blowing off, trees down, wires down. At this point, we don't have any reports of injuries from the storm.
The storms knocked down electrical lines, leaving thousands without power. The Red Cross has set up a shelter and is assisting displaced residents. It might cause you to turn your head as you drive on Highway 111 near Catawba. The Monarch Wildlife Refuge is full of ponds, native plants, and educational signs. It celebrates all things nature. Ron Berger created the Monarch Wildlife Wayside Refuge Park in 2010, and its main purpose is to preserve and protect native wildlife and their habitats in northern Wisconsin. It's a drop-off location for injured animals, aluminum cans, and has over 147 miles of adopted highway in Price County.
There'll be months where I won't get anything, and then all of a sudden somebody will bring something in.
Berger encourages visitors to help out the environment. He preaches reduce, reuse, and recycle, as well as educating yourself.
With every action, there's a reaction, and whatever you do to the planet, it's going to react back at you.
The park is open to the public Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's located at 6282 Highway 111 in Catawba. Speaking of helping out nature, Wild Instincts Rehab Center in Rhinelander is nursing baby ruffed grouse. At the end of May, a ruffed grouse mom was accidentally disturbed from her nest and killed. Her eggs were brought into Wild Instincts to incubate and hatch. 8 of the 9 eggs hatched in the last couple of days, and those 8 seem to be doing rather well. With a lot of debate over gun laws, how easy or hard is it actually to get an assault rifle? Coming up on Newswatch 12, our reporter Kyle Pazorski will see how quickly he could purchase one today. That's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
College is great, but it's not the best path for everyone. Careers in the skilled trades are good-paying jobs that are badly needed. That's why I expanded skills training, and I signed a bipartisan law to connect students and their parents to more information on apprenticeships in high-demand fields. Folks, our high school students need to know all their options when it comes to their future. It's the right thing to do for our kids and for our economy.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's grand opening sale and receive massive savings along with free carpet installation. Take advantage of grand opening savings at the brand new Eagle River store and all existing locations. Come see why builders and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs. And receive huge savings at the Carpet City Flooring Center grand opening sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks.
Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $24.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, June 15th.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports and Suzuki Outboards, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we can help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Suzuki Outboards and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Huge online auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Harley-Davidson motorcycle, John Deere tractor, 50 firearms, antiques, antique gas pump, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Come to Lakeland Furniture in Minocqua and meet the new owner. Same great location with added lines and outdoor furniture.
The 17th run of the Cali Roar Memorial Canoe and Kayak Race benefiting pediatric brain cancer research will be held June 25th. Visit online for more information. Let's all join together to end this devastating disease.
All right, seatbelts on. It's going to get a little bumpy around here tomorrow with potentially some more severe weather. Today, though, just warm, humid, muggy, hot, and windy with daytime high temperatures up in the 90s, even mid-90s across central Wisconsin. The Northwoods, though, we got lucky, basically hanging out in the low to mid-80s. But look at these highs. 89 Tomahawk, 92 for Merrill, 96 Wausau. Record highs all over central Wisconsin today. The Northwoods, though, the clouds held on a little bit longer today, had temperatures back in the 80s, even a couple low 90s out there as well. Right now, though, we're still at 80 in Arborvita. Here it is at 10 o'clock at night. 77 for Antigo, 88 for Wausau. It's just hot out there still, and it's incredibly humid. This air is like Cuba or Key West or the Congo, right? With dew points in the 70s out there today. That is fuel for thunderstorms, and guess what? It needs a trigger. That trigger arrives tomorrow as a cold front and likely during the peak of daytime heating, which means the threat for severe weather is expanding tomorrow afternoon. Okay, but out there today you can see we had lots of cloud cover across our region. Severe weather threat, though, is there. It's going to linger through tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Right now, though, we still have lots of clear skies across parts of central Wisconsin, but you know it, it's hazy, it's muggy, there's some smoke in the air out there as well. But off to our west, here comes our next weather system, right? And there it is. It doesn't look like much right now, but there's a really strong cold front in here, strong for mid-June. That's going to swing through tomorrow again, midday. That's not good timing for us, meaning peak daytime heating. You lift the air up, that air rises, it cools off, forms clouds, you get rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, and any of those could be strong to locally severe around here. Let's walk you through. So overnight tonight, so here we are about 5:30 in the morning. A little band of a few showers could come through overnight tonight. Around sunrise tomorrow, it's going to be dry then, and then the atmosphere is going to be recharging for several hours tomorrow morning before this thing forms to the west of us, and this is what we have to watch, right? So here we are about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This thing will expand in coverage and intensity, and I'm telling you, tomorrow I'm really concerned about the threat for large hail, large meaning golf ball to tennis ball size hail across many areas tomorrow. It may not be you, it could be your neighbor, but overall, in here will be some very strong storms that could produce hail the size of tennis balls tomorrow across north central Wisconsin. That's going to push off to the east of us throughout the afternoon and evening hours, and then we begin to dry out and we get some dense fog in here late tomorrow night. But overall, if you're out and about between tomorrow, say noon and say 7 p.m., keep one eye on the weather. If you're outside golfing, whatever, make sure you have a shelter nearby and locate that safely, right? So here's the area we're watching for tomorrow, right? Basically all of north central Wisconsin. So likely be upgraded tomorrow, this area in here, to the moderate category as the atmosphere is just so unstable and we have that front on the way. All right, so rainfall-wise will be an issue as well. We're going to see a widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall from this, but if you get under one of the storms tomorrow, you could easily see 3 or 4 inches of rain in a 2 or 3 hour period. All right, the forecast then across the north tomorrow, high temperatures near 80 with thunderstorms through the afternoon. To the south, same story, low to mid 80s out there again with some more storms, all of which could be locally strong to severe. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, still warm, still humid, low or not so low, low temperatures down near 70 and incredibly humid with a couple of storms out there late tonight, likely non-severe tonight. All right, for tomorrow, this is where we have to watch, right? We don't do this very often. Strong to locally severe thunderstorms tomorrow. Any of those could contain gusty winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour, large hail, golf ball size to tennis ball size hail with those storms tomorrow, and very heavy downpours with a high temperature near 81. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows storms tomorrow, dry on Thursday, dry Friday, dry Saturday. There's Father's Day, a couple more showers around and high temperatures near 84. Dan?
Crews are still taking stock of the damage in and around Yellowstone National Park from massive flooding. All along the Yellowstone River in Wyoming and Montana, roads, bridges, and homes are damaged. A local commissioner said he's not even sure if the worst of the flooding is over.
There's still quite a bit of snow up high, but we have been given a little bit of a time out here. The river's backed off quite a bit, and that's what has allowed the roads to open up and for us to kind of start to take stock and figure out what next steps are.
Yellowstone National Park officials say power in the park has been on and off, but they have been able to evacuate all the visitors that were in the park. They say it will take some time to figure out when the park will reopen. More than $1 billion in COVID relief money lost to fraud. That's according to the Department of Justice. Much of the fraud was done through the Paycheck Protection Program. Officials say the Justice Department's efforts to investigate the fraud cases have resulted in criminal charges against nearly 1,500 people. Those cases cover more than $1.1 billion in losses. Republican candidate for Wisconsin Governor Tim Michels was asked today if he supports same-sex marriage or believes it should be banned. Michels said he believes marriage should be between a man and a woman. This comes 2 weeks after Governor Tony Evers raised the Progress Pride flag above the state capitol. 72% of Wisconsinites support gay marriage, including 58% of Republicans. That's according to a Marquette Law School poll. With recent gun violence seen across America, our own Kyle Pazorski decided to see firsthand the process of buying an assault rifle. Let's take a look.
9:10 a.m. Our cameras were rolling as I walked into a gun store here in northern Wisconsin. But once I got inside, I only recorded audio as to keep the conversations as authentic as possible. This is known as single-party consent recording as allowed by the state of Wisconsin. At the counter, I asked and learned about what style gun I was going to buy. Then what's the process of getting one?
You have to fill out the background check.
Yep. Okay. I then proceeded to fill out the U.S. Department of Justice Firearms Transaction Report. According to the FBI, so far from January through May of this year, there have been 13.2 million checks reported and processed by them.
On the next page, when you sign and date, you're all done.
I filled out the form, and after waiting about 10 minutes, the background check was processed. Then I was allowed to purchase the firearm. Do I get it today, or how long do I have to wait?
You get it right now.
I get it right now?
Yep.
Okay. All told, only about 20 minutes passed between the time I walked in to the point of sale. An important note, I did not buy the firearm at that time. No laws were broken by the gun store in this interaction, and according to the Department of Justice, the background checks can take only a few minutes, as in my case. Bipartisan political discussions continue in Washington, D.C., where lawmakers are debating if gun reform should take place, including stricter background checks and allowing states to impose red flag laws. Part of that framework would include an enhanced check and waiting period for buyers under the age of 21. Reporting in Rhinelander, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
Believe it or not, we are less than 60 days away from the Green Bay Packers playing meaningful football. But in the meantime, players are preparing for the upcoming season. Newswatch 12's Griffin Stroin will tell us about one player that may have a breakout season. That's next in sports.
This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
Quicksilver Sports and Entertainment brings live pro boxing to Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. General admission tickets are just $25. Go ringside for just $45. Meet the fighters at weigh-ins on June 24th. Then, on Saturday, June 25th, 8 bouts of non-stop action. And don't miss a special appearance by 4-time world champion Virgil Quicksilver Hill. This ain't pay-per-view. It's live pro boxing, Saturday, June 25th, only at Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Looking to shift gears or explore the freedom of the open road? Hi, I'm Mark Sparhawk. We're expanding and want you to join our team. We're looking for drivers and owner-operators. We offer an employee-focused atmosphere with accommodating schedules, competitive wages, and full benefits. With Sparhawk Trucking, choose the right fit for you. Be confident in well-maintained equipment and a variety of travel options. Explore the independence of controlling your career. Stop in or apply online.
It's easy to lose sight of what we should love and appreciate. Milk is for a lot of things that really matter. For our bones and bodies, sure. But also to build us up when we need it. And for those real moments and connections. Because the things we love in life are the things that really matter. Milk. Love what's real.
There's a reason President Trump endorsed Tim Michels for governor.
I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs.
President Trump called Tim Michels an America First conservative who will support the Second Amendment, honor law enforcement, and stand strong against the woke mob.
If you want to see Madison turned upside down, then I'm asking for your vote.
Tim Michaels, endorsed by President Trump for governor.
The traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll learn about the current fishing season as well as what to get your dad for Father's Day.
All right, storms on the way Wednesday. Some of those may get strong to severe. We'll have to watch this closely. More to tune in on your Wednesday.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Strowing starts now.
The Brewers began a 3-game series against the Mets in New York tonight. A great challenge for Milwaukee, as the Mets are one of the best teams in baseball and a team they could run into later in the postseason. But hey, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. First, the Crew just need to get back to their winning ways. Adrian Hauser on the mound for Milwaukee in this one, and he didn't have his best stuff. There was trouble in the first. 2 runners on for Pete Alonso. He's going to hit this ball into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run is going to come across the plate and score. A little later in this ball game, this one is hit, and then Hauser's going to try and make the play. It's off his glove, and the deflection causes it to trickle into the outfield. The Mets score 3 runs in the first to take the lead. Then jumping to the 5th inning, the Brewers are still down 3, and Alonso doing more damage again. That ball is into the gap. The runner at second is going to come all the way around and score. Mets win this game 4-0. Another loss for this Brewers team, and even worse, that it's a shutout.
We've got to do a little better. Obviously getting shut out, that's never going to work. But I think we can be better. I think we will be better. Obviously we got to put more good swings on balls. Got to put more pressure on the pitching. Got to hit more home runs. All of the above. Got to get on base a little more.
The series will continue tomorrow night. First pitch is at 6:10. And if you tune in, you may witness history. Manager Craig Counsell is currently tied with Phil Garner for most wins as a Brewer and manager in Brewers history. So if they win tomorrow, they will have a major milestone to celebrate in the Big Apple. Now, yesterday marked the final week of OTAs for the Green Bay Packers. Most players were in attendance last week for mandatory minicamp, but this week was much more quiet. Some of the big names not in attendance include Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Alan Lazard, Kenny Clark, and Jair Alexander, just to name a few. Even without some of their biggest stars, though, the team has been able to do a lot with these practices, a luxury that they haven't had the past couple of seasons due to the pandemic.
Our guys came in with the right mindset, and it was very, very productive. It was nice to get back to some normalcy and having these guys around all off-season and implement a few new things, and really in each area. And so I think the foundation's been laid, so to speak.
You heard Matt LaFleur say that his guys came in with the right mindset. But if you ask me, I think Packers linebacker Rashawn Gary has the best mindset of them all.
Number one's a ring. Personal goals I don't like to really talk about, but my number one thing is getting us to that division championship, winning, and going to the Super Bowl. That's the number one thing. We've been there 3 years in a row. We got all the pieces. It's just about, putting it all together.
Gary is coming off his best season as a pro. He finished the year with 9.5 sacks and 47 tackles. He also played his best game against the 49ers in that divisional round matchup, racking up 2 sacks. A player to watch out for this upcoming season, and OTAs will officially come to an end tomorrow. One of my favorite basketball games ever was all the way back in 2011. Michigan State versus North Carolina, being played on the flight deck of a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. I mean, such a cool venue. But now the Badgers basketball team, they won't be playing on an aircraft carrier anytime soon, but they will get one unique venue. The Wisconsin men's and women's basketball teams will play a doubleheader on November 11th at American Family Field, the home of the Brewers. The event, billed as the Brew City Battle, will mark the first time basketball games will be played in the stadium, which opened in 2001. The doubleheader will start with the Wisconsin women's team facing Kansas State, then the Badgers men's team taking on Stanford. Dan, this sounds like a very cool event if you ask me. I say we go. I'll buy the tickets.
All right, that sounds great, Griffin. I will join you with that, especially if you pay. Let's take a quick break on Newswatch 12. After that, we're going to dive into Flag Day and the history behind it. We'll be right back.
103.3 WGLX rocks Wausau. Now, with more power. 103.3 WGLX rocks Wausau. Been daydreaming of campfires or time on the water? Start your summer plans by joining Schroeder's RV and Marine at their Better Late Than Never 27th Annual Open House, Thursday, June 16th through Saturday, June 18th. They have over 200 total available boats and campers. Shop the best deals on the best brands at the biggest RV and Marine dealer in the Northwoods. The Better Late Than Never 27th Annual Open House, Thursday, June 16th through Saturday, June 18th at Schroeder's RV and Marine.
The Minocqua Antique and Classic Boat Show is June 17th and 18th at Torpy Park, benefiting local charitable organizations. For more information, visit us on Facebook at Minocqua Boat Show.
Liza saves the day. Well, this is how I cook, so.
I'm a big fan of your food.
Thank you. Smells so good.
Oh. Mix and match a cheeseburger, McChicken, or 4-piece chicken McNuggets. Get any two for $3.
Is it time to update your driveway? Contact S&B Asphalt to blacktop your driveway. An update not only looks nice, but it saves on maintenance and adds value to your property. Seal coating and blacktopping residential driveways, commercial properties, and private roads. S&B is equipped for the job. With a strong reputation as an honest company with competitive pricing, you don't need to turn anywhere else. Call S&B Asphalt today for a free estimate.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. Because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra $1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. Choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months plus $1,000 retail order cash.
Newswatch 12 with Kyle Pazorski, weekends at 10 p.m.
Listen to Hot 96.7. Hit music now. Wake up with more music and Corey with a K. Hot 96.7.
Today is Flag Day. It commemorates the adoption of the flag of the United States on June 14th, 1777. The original flag was 13 stripes alternating red and blue. That's the same today. But the upper left-hand corner was 13 white stars in a blue field. 13 represented the 13 colonies at the time. More stars were added over the years until 1960 when the 50-star flag was raised for the first time. It is now the longest used version of the U.S. flag. 95-year-old Kei Inoue took the plunge in Hawaii Monday, going skydiving with her friend, 78-year-old Masako Soroi. Both women are residents at a Hawaii retirement community. They took off from Dillingham Airfield on Oahu's North Shore.
I didn't expect it, that the view was so gorgeous, unbelievable. The weather was so great. And this is my first, the jump. And my goodness, I think if everybody thinking about it, go for it.
For Soroi, this jump was a thrilling first, but Inoue has actually gone skydiving 4 other times. She started when she was the ripe old age of 88, proving it's never too late to try something new. We'll be right back with one final look at your weather.
Inflation is a tax hitting Wisconsin families and businesses, especially at the pump. But the Biden administration cut American energy production.
These are their policies. They want to drive up the price of fossil fuel. They want to drive up the price of energy. So apparently we use less of it.
Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to restore American energy independence. Johnson helped write legislation to finish the Keystone Pipeline, expand U.S. oil production, and promote natural gas. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting for American energy independence.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks. At Batteries Plus, we power family road trips. We power bedtime stories. We power our local hospitals. We power connections with friends. We do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. How powerful is that? Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
The White Oak Grill at Chippewa Retreat Resort is open this summer, Wednesday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Our casual menu has quick, delicious food made from scratch, no reservations needed. Come on in and sip your favorite libation and enjoy grass-fed steak and steak burgers from the Great Wisconsin Steak Company. For our menu and ordering carryout, text White Oak to 33733. White Oak Grill on Deer Park Road in Manitowish Waters on the eastern shore of Lake Manitowish.
Huge online auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Harley-Davidson motorcycle, John Deere tractor, 50 firearms, antiques, antique gas pump, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, Jeff and Griffin, I was a good Samaritan today. On my bike ride, I helped this turtle across the road. Have you guys ever seen a turtle lately?
So I saw my sister recently, and she is slower than a turtle, so does that count? We call her Franklin.
That is incredibly rude. I hope you tell her that you told that about her.
Oh, she knows. She's slow at literally everything.
I don't know where to go with this.
Well,
I'm just going to go into
this weather is approaching very quickly.
Please.
That's how we can transition,
Chris,
right?
the graphics, there they are. Look at that. Temperatures are hanging out near 80. Griffin, your sister's probably watching. And
she's slow.
Highs tomorrow.
Is she slow, like
today.
moving?
Tomorrow, our problem, though, is we're going to have some severe weather throughout the afternoon. It's actually looking more and more likely now to have a severe weather outbreak across central Wisconsin. So be weather aware tomorrow. This is the area we're watching for high winds, also some very large hail, and then things quiet down for Thursday, Friday, Saturday into Sunday, which is also Father's Day. Do not forget.
It must run in the family because Griffin, look how he moves.
As slow as a turtle.
All right, well, you better watch us tomorrow. We got some severe weather heading our way. We'll see you tomorrow.
Is he playing Chariots of Fire?